What's good, everybody? Shout to CommenterNation, greatest nation since United Nations. I'm glad for anybody that could check it out. Shout to everybody that catches the restream of it. Chris A and Queen Prodigy, if you get a chance to shoot over and message me on Skype or whatever when you're ready. Actually, I'm going to talk about something different. It's going to be different when I upload it. It's going to be an interesting topic that I'm working on right now, but I wanted to quickly start bringing up another subject that I've seen that is the talk of media on YouTube, and it's just currently what's happening. I don't know if a lot of you are aware, but recently, Eric Holder, the alleged, told everyone that he was allegedly hired by law in the Los Angeles area in order for him to do what he did. So he was hired to do what he did, and he had certain promises made to him, which encouraged him to do it. Here's my thing. This isn't a joke. Part of what I'm trying to understand is that how is so many different things we talk about here, and we allude to investigation being involved with more of these different things we see going on, starting to actually come out, and nothing's being said on the backside. The way it came out when everyone was going at him, everyone should be using that same energy to address the fact that he may have been hired by law to do what he did before the meeting. So it alludes back to different theories that people are being called conspiracy theorists for. That's part of what I'm trying to say. How does it allude back to that? And I'm starting to see that this is an ongoing thing. Now, remember, we mentioned some of these same things for Tentacion, how it wasn't making sense, the investigation itself. Then we heard a few actions that were going on with the investigation behind the scenes that led to certain situations and subjects of certain things happening a certain way. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what is very interesting going forward. And I'm not really seeing why these type of things are being glorified. That's part of the reasoning. I'm not understanding the overall and the whys of this occurring. I'm not getting what anyone had to gain. Now, what I wanted to touch on this is the inquiry dealing with the fact that he had two cousins that are allegedly gone. Someone also attacked his girlfriend viciously. She's no longer with us. There has been life lost over the actions that are being gauged in front of him and on his character. So the fact that we see these type of situations being engaged to the type of person he is, has this now turned the danger in the direction it should be? So if what he's saying is true, and that an officer of the law did work with anyone to try and push him in that direction, are we not saying that it is justly so that if things were to happen to the individuals who did what they did? Think about this. If you hire him to take someone out, you're telling me it's unjust if someone preys on you and deals with you now because you wanted to take the opportunity to jeopardize someone else's life and the fact they lost family, offering them something, financial benefit, whatever it is that you wanted to offer, and now give you a I don't think it makes any sense if that was the case. If without anything making sense in any way could be respectable. That's what I'm trying to say. Again, I have my opinions on certain things, but justly, I'm just trying to say that this thing should be looked into deeply. Now, here's the thing. Violence is on the rise over there. Whether some people realize it or not, violence is on the rise. It's destroying homes, it's destroying families because of these type of things. Now, I want you to remember what this rapper was going to do. He was going to literally advocate for some level of peace amongst gangs and things in the area. Now, remember who this person that has committed this heinous crime is alluding to, it being law enforcement that is encouraging the thwarting in the downward spiral of a rapper that was reaching to do better. This is something you're going to synonymously see time and time again, because these are safe, but they endanger others. When the danger comes to your front door, you can say whatever weaponry, because you're going to have tons of people that are upset. The same mob that was chasing after him because of something that happened should be chasing after you because you set it up. You know how weak it is when you look at these type of scenarios where people that pay for it at the end of the day are those who were targeted and those who were sent to do the job like that. That's what's crazy to me. And this is synonymous to it to be enforcers. We've seen law enforcement coming up in many different tragedies, even throughout our history. Why is this never checked? Why does the community people never get up and say, you are not going to protect and serve, and then use our dollars to oppress us? This never comes up. It's never a subject. So I would like to know what you guys' thoughts are on this type of scenario, because this is a terrible thing. This is a person saying, look, I was offered, and he put out there, and I quote, $75,000 and would not be arrested for doing what he did. Why he believed that, I don't know. But why would that even be a way for it to be set up? So is he getting this lawyer OJ had because he wants to really prove his innocence? Or is this a ploy to the public? I mean, it has to be some reasoning. There has to be some reasoning behind it. It makes no sense if you think about it. It really doesn't. That's why I was saying, if anybody can make sense of it, let me know, because it makes no sense to me. Another thing, there's more receipts. Now, allegedly, there has been an Instagram I've seen by Lovely Tashay TV. She's dropped. And in this Instagram thing, it has Dwayne Onfroy making a comment about basically, we were like this once. In a sense, he's calling out a family connection. Does this have anything to do with what happened to X, or is this just side drama? See, there's so many side drama scenarios that are occurring. It's hard to weed out what's really going on or what's really in motion. These are the things that need to be kept in mind. There is a give and take to everything. There's a reason for everything. There is a purpose that needs to be established. What's the greater good, and what's the sensibility of leveraging things for the greater good? Who wins, who loses? That's what it's about. So if I'm looking at this and I'm trying to figure out what's actually going on when I'm reading things, here's the thing that I know. Here's one thing I want to put out there too. I'm looking at the different parties that are around in both situations. Not only am I looking at the different parties, I'm reading into character. If I'm supposed to respect your children, and I'm supposed to respect your life, why would I behave and disrespect someone else's? Do I believe that I get a pass to do so, and that it's going to lead me in a brighter situation no matter what, because I am who I am? Am I taking into consideration the fact that I have a family versus you having a family, and how I choose to deal with it? Am I giving myself a pass? When is the give and take? What's good? What's bad? When do we see some type of justice made out of injustice that is so falsely celebrated in our current community, with different people who want to put their all into behaving a certain way, but they want all the respect? So you can't respect, let's say, a woman wanting her freedom, wanting to be herself. So she says something, you don't want to respect that, but you want to be respected. Where's the give and take with that? Where do you find that you deserve respect and you can't respect another? That's no different from this situation. I want you to take time, look at the different receipts being passed around, look at the different people that are around us right now. Look at the different people in the situation, the distractions, the disillusions. Look at them all. And I want you to look at them and say, is this the person, number one, that I'd hang out with? Number two, I'd want my kids to hang out with. Number three, that I could respect by their actions, what they do, and what they bring to our community. These are the things we need to look at. Look at someone like Nipsey Hussle and what he was doing versus these type of people that are left out here to scavenge and destroy what it is we discern as a culture. Look at them. And you tell me, does it make sense to you? You tell me, does it make any type of sense that it's justifiable, that they're still even walking around? Do you think that's fair? So if we were to look at a lawless society, would it be fair to leave them to be? Or if there was lawlessness, would it make sense that they should be at the top of everyone's food chart? Think about that. Think about that. That's something very serious to think about. It may not make sense now, but it will later. It will later. Think about that, because you're trying to protect something. And if I see someone that preys on young girls, or someone that sets up things and parties and somewhat just coerces girls to be in things, and it was your daughter, how would you react? What would you do? That's the question. Because we're at that day and age where this type of behavior is not reprimanded, but they can quickly stop someone for some dumb stuff, but they're not dealing with it. And ask yourself again, is that for a reason? What is going on that is preventing them from doing their job? Are they getting something out of it? These are things that I can't break down. I can't go into detail because your minds just aren't there. Most people, I'm not saying everybody, most people's minds are not there because they're so stuck in the delusion of the BS that they're not looking at reality and what their non-action or their action is bringing upon a situation. I talked about many things starting Thursday. I talked about something important. Friday, I talked about something very important. And now here on Saturday, I'm just bringing it together with the concept so you get it. And we're looking at the Eric Holder situation, as well as looking at the fact that I'm just loosely mentioning nothing in specific, but I'm telling you, look at the different things going on around you that are happening around the Tentacion situation. Things that aren't inherently directly linked to him, but the behaviors of interactions between people. Come on now. There was conversations going on behind the scene, and I asked anyone I spoke to, I asked up front, earnestly, what's the situation? What's actually happening? I took their answer, even though I may have known different. Even though they said, no, I don't know that person. I don't talk to that person. When I know you do, and I know you did. I just wanted to see how far you were willing to put out a lie to a direct question that didn't require a lie. You didn't have to lie. If you talk to that person, you talk to him. If you know him, you don't. But you chose to say you didn't. And in my mind, that made something shady about characters. Your character's shaky. And even when I'm not mentioning names and the person shows up, like, be real. I don't mention your name. You allude to me mentioning it. You put yourself in the guilty spot. How are you not guilty? You put yourself in the guilty spot. I didn't call you out. There's someone consistently trying to carry a narrative in chats or however it goes. I didn't even call you directly out. I gave you your piece. If you just came out and spoke as yourself, and to the person that tried to say, are you Cleo's karma? Listen, that's how I can know you're new. Miss me with the sucker stuff. Just miss me with it. Because up front, what did I say? That's how I can tell you're rarely in attendance. I told you front up. I'm not hiding my name if I say something. It would say my name and you know it's me. If they're not coming on live as me, if they're not uploading as me, it ain't me. Why would I have to hide to do something? I don't have to. If I wanted to call her out or whoever out, I'd call them out just like this. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm not them suckers. I'm not like y'all. I don't gotta throw a stone and then duck and hide. I'ma say it straight up. It is what it is. If they want to respond, the funny thing is, most people can't even respond. Even if they did think it was me, they can't come out and say something or say, I'll go live with you. Because they're that cowardice. They don't want to show. They want to get all the glory online, all the glory on social news, run on the news, give narratives or show stuff off. But they don't want to step up to address the people that's calling them out. I call out a DNA test. A week later, someone's taking a DNA test. You kidding me? And again, I don't care. Everybody's like, that ain't have nothing to do with that. Cool. Say what you want, but just know what I said. Say what you want, but know what I said. Period. Know what it is. You can say what you think, but know what it is. Period. Because I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, he didn't do this. He didn't do that. Funny style. I did my videos talking about investigators and different things. Next thing you know, investigators are getting invested. Oh, so lame. All watching and making decisions, but don't want to give the credit. Keep your credit. But when anything happens and you look for the credit, I ain't giving you none. Matter of fact, I'm going to say you, then I'm going to step on you like F what you did. And I'm going to go into detail and I'm going to say you ain't do nothing. I'm going to drive it home when I do it. You ain't got to give me no credit. But watch, when you're looking for the credit, not only am I going to give you the credit, but not in the way you're looking for. I'm telling you, it's different. Been different. Been calling stuff out. Been. You know. Stop playing dumb now. It's to the point where cut it out. Cut the jokes. I've been here grinding. While y'all were sitting there like, why is he talking about it? Why is he talking? Now everybody's talking about it like, oh, this isn't right. Oh, this is a video. It's not really his. Like, you don't even have direct proof. You're just talking out the neck for the views when I was doing it with effort. Yo, why aren't you saying the same thing to them? When they don't even have proof for what they're saying. They're not even showing anything, uploading anything, but a title that's catchy and people click like it's not. Come on. You're talking about clickbait artists versus a mastery of a craft. Stay in your lane. That's all I'm going to tell new people coming up. Anybody, only warning, stay in your lane. You come at me trying to hide stuff, I'm going to power through it, and I'm going to really come for you. I'm sorry. I'm not playing those games anymore with people. They wasn't talking about nothing, saying don't mention it, saying different things. Then I look over here, someone's mentioning something clickbait. Oh, this is proof it wasn't. And you don't see nothing but them talking, looking at videos we already saw. Cut it out. Cut that out. Pump the brakes. Pump your brakes. You ain't got it. You never had the formula. When I was talking about it, you were nowhere to be found, and you only hop up for the clickbait, and you can't do the media and the topics consistent like we do over here. You got me messed up. You got me confused with somebody. You ain't mastering the craft. You're just looking for a subject to clickbait or someone to talk about. I ignore you till you jump up, and then like that whack-a-mole game at the kiddie store, I pulled a whack-a-mole out. Come on now. Stop playing with me. That's what I'm talking about. It's just all play with the topic. And you ain't never had nothing to talk about. I go through your channel, you ain't talking about nothing. Here's what's crazy about what I do. And this is why most masters of the craft won't be realized till they're going in the true glory of what they created as they go through it. Same way as X's scenario. You can look at videos that I created months ago, and it's still fresh. It's still new. Like, it's still in a way where you're like, okay, and you gain an understanding that I knew then, and I'm somewhere else now. Nobody makes content like that. There's very few. Let me put it out there. There's very few. Aside from the people that I used as mentorship and understanding, there are quite a few that do it. But let's be real. Let's be real. These new people coming up, they're all clickbait. I mean, I clicked on some videos. I was pissed when I saw it. Like, you wasted time for me. What were you talking about? I said I could have sat up here, said that. You wasn't showing nothing. You don't do it consistently. You hop around looking for clickbait topics. And I still got a video I did last summer that has more views than any video you're going to kick in the future. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Because I'm not playing with that. And here's the thing. You're so not a threat to the media thing that you don't have fake users hopping in. You don't have people hopping in acting like people when I know who you are. You're telling me none of the fake witnesses have been in the chat. You're telling me some of these people on the side that I mentioned doing these heinous activities, dealing with underage people that they deny have not been here? I seen you. I know you. I know you. Dog, when you jumped, when I mentioned certain subjects, you did what I wanted you to do. I seen you. I was like, let me make this lame step up. You did it. What comparison can we have? Mentally, you aren't there unless you're using another man's butt or dealing with underage children to make money. I'm going to call it how it is. Say what you want to say. You feel proud dealing with smashing some chick way younger than you? You're proud of that, right? No. You're proud because you can use others to get to your game, right? And here's the thing. You could do it how you want, but you got to mix them. You got to use someone underage to get to your goal. Like, come on. They're not even of age to drink. And you're proud of that, right? I'm the bad guy for calling it out. Oh, you should let them do that. Okay. Well, let me say this. If they had a father around or someone that actually cared about their well-being, you wouldn't be doing that. Oh, this is better yet. The guy who cares about his girl or something, but you're the first to knock out a girl or attack a girl. And we're respecting you? No. We're knocking your block off. You're delusional. Your cap is getting lifted. You're delusional. You're way delusional. Then you want to double back like you're the manliest man. Like those are the type of dudes we're dealing with. You have to teach your daughter. You have to teach your son. Look at that. Look at that man. Look at them. That is a male. That is not a man. Do not be like that person. That person, don't do it. Don't live like that person. That's where we're at in society. Either you're teaching them not to be like something or you're teaching them how to do something. Who's going to step up and set the trend? Who's going to do it? This is crazy. The type of stuff I'm looking at now, it's crazy. Like I could even go into it with you. And I gave you a synopsis. But what if you find out one of the men with the badges on that protects and serves is messing down with something underage, messing around with male strippers and things, but running home to a family that they don't want touched, they don't want harmed, but they're harming others. And we're going to respect you. Badger, no. We're respecting you. You're delusional. Distractions and delusions. You're delusional. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to look at you like the dirt you are. Every time. It's not going to cease. I'm going to look you dead up in your eyes like the dirt you are. Every time. Not just once, not just twice. Every time. Since you want to live your life however you feel to harm others, you're on the chopping block. That's it. No more games. No more playing around with it. You're on the chopping block. And what's crazier is, get this. In order to take your stance as a grown man, you got to get other men involved when you're not telling them what you're doing. For instance, there was a scenario that had to do with somebody who was involved with making a bad decision that no man would have co-signed. But they get everybody involved to have their back over something when they did something that wasn't co-signed. Where's your respect level? Really? I'm supposed to respect that because you could get up a gang of guys, but if you actually tell them everything you're doing, how wouldn't they get it? Because if somebody did that to their family, they'd be in an uproar. But they want to back the guy who's just running his mouth on everything he's doing and he's doing wrong. There's always a day of judgment, especially for those type of things. And that's the best part, because when you're paying for it, there's no side way out, because you did what you wanted to do to others. So you see what happens to you for you doing what you wanted to do, and see how much mercy that person has when they face you because of what you did and how you double back. Listen, let me tell guys something. Sorry doesn't make up for everything. You can scream sorry to the high hills. Depending on what you did, that's where sorry means. And when you shed blood of someone, when you harmed someone, when you did certain things to someone for your own selfishness to down others, sorry doesn't cut it. Sorry doesn't cut it. You can scream it, you can text it, you can type it, you could like, sorry. Sorry doesn't mean nothing most times because you're sorry. You are sorry. You get it? You're a sorry person. That's why. And it's sad because most males don't get it. That's why they're a male. A man doesn't have to do all that. See, that's what you're not getting. That little verbiage, that small thing is a huge indication of the generation we're living in. It's where they want to say sorry for everything. And here's what's crazier. They do what they sorry for again. Why'd you say sorry in the first place, dummy? Really? No, but you're supposed to be respected, right? No. Nope. No. There's no respect for you. And there's no regard for what you cherish.